As somebody who spent 7 Thanksgivings not being able to eat the turkey, I would have really appreciated if someone had this dish at the table. This savory vegan sausage and mushroom stuffing is a perfect main dish, and I bet you're even going to get some of the meat eaters taking from the plate. So the way we're gonna start is pretty common to a regular stuffing, where we're gonna start with sauteing our aromatics and our base vegetables. So we have some celery, onion, and some plant-based butter. Let's talk about our mushrooms. So mushrooms are a great substitute for meat in a lot of vegan dishes. Do they have the protein? They don't, but they have a lot of that flavor, that umami flavor that people are used to with meat. You get a lot of complexities, the earthiness, and some good texture that really helps when you are not using the meat product. However, to add a little bit of that substitution, to add a little bit more herbiness and flavor, we're actually gonna use a plant-based sausage in this as well. So our butter is melting down. Let's get sauteing. We have some fresh garlic, fresh thyme, and sage. So you have those Thanksgiving stuffing flavors without any of the meat or animal products that a vegan is not going to want to have. We'll chop those up. And it smells just so good. And right. So let's get those in there. All right. So we'll get our sausage in, and then we're just gonna use a wooden spoon and start breaking it up. And as it browns, this is gonna get a little easier. So just start to flatten it, because you wanna get all the surfaces brown and get that flavor going. So I like to chop the mushrooms up, not necessarily uniform, but into smaller pieces so that they just cook a little faster, and I think it makes for a nicer bite. And so we'll put those in now. We got a lot of mushrooms, but don't worry, because like I said, they are pretty high in water, so you're going to see them get smaller. So while we're waiting for our sausage and mushroom mixture to finish up, we're gonna cube our bread. Now, stuffing is a great recipe for reducing food waste, because if you have bread that, you have a couple slices here, a couple slices there, and it's not gonna get finished, or even if it's already starting to get just a little bit stale, that's the perfect bread for a stuffing, because we're kind of bringing it back to life in this dish. So I'm just going to cube it up. It's going to get coated with the mushroom and sausage mixture and get a little bit of vegetable stock added to it. So all of that moisture is gonna bring it back to life. All right, so we're gonna put our bread into our baking dish. The other thing I love about this is it's pretty much a one-pan meal. If you have an oven-safe saute dish, you could do it all in that and just transition it into the oven. I'm just putting this in a baking dish, all my bread. And then I'm going to just splash the pan with a little bit of stock, just so that I can make sure I get all of the flavor and those brown bits on the bottom of the pan. It's a little hard to do that without the liquid. If you like to cook with wine, you could add a little white wine at this part. It's just gonna add a little bit more acidity. All right, let's just make sure we get it nice and clean. We get all that flavor. All right, so we're just gonna pour this over the bread. Make sure we get all of it out. We don't wanna lose any of that flavor. Okay. And then we're just gonna pour over it 2 cups of vegetable stock. Okay, we're just gonna toss it around so everything is coated. Flatten it out, and this is ready for a 400-degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes. And there you have it, a vegan savory sausage and mushroom stuffing that is a perfect main dish for anyone at your table who's not eating the turkey, and that I bet the ones who are gonna take a bite of too.